Joining us in the studio today is Daniel Turi, who is Head of Financial Data Management at Allianz Suisse. Welcome, Daniel. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Daniel.
Thank you.
It's great to have you. So we're going to start off by talking about why automate now. Maybe before we do that, could you just give us a bit of a background about Allianz Suisse, a little background on the business itself?
Yeah. So Allianz Suisse is the fourth largest insurance company in Switzerland. And we started our automation journey in 2017, beginning of 2017 in finance, where we automated different finance processes. And from finance, we rolled out to the other entities like operation and products, the RPA.
So what was it that led you down the path to automation? Sort of what got you started?
The main reason why we started was to increase the productivity and to increase also the efficiency. Yeah, because always a question is how you use your resources. And for us, it was very important that the repetitive tasks were done by bots or they were automated, but they were not done by humans, because the human resources were more precious to do this.
Right.
So when you set out, did you establish any specific goals? Sort of what were you hoping to accomplish by embarking on an automation program?
Hoping to accomplish, I would say, increase of productivity. So this is really the main goal, to reduce all the repetitive tasks, reduce, I would say, the time-consuming copy and paste task or the data entry, manual data entry. This was really the main goal, and also increase of productivity. This is always a central topic.
But what are some of those use cases, inside the insurance business that are really repetitive and could be automated in your business?
So in case of insurance, you receive different data and documents. Yeah, you receive vehicle information for car insurance. You receive some documents for your customer, and you have to proceed it. You have to enter the data in your system, or you have to make some preparations with the data. You have to enter this data in different systems because you have some interdependencies with regulatories. And all this data entry, if you do not have the interfaces, or you have the interfaces but not everywhere, it can be manual. And it's very important that all the manual entries is done by the bot to really increase, I would say, in a sustainable way, the productivity and the efficiency.
Has this pandemic had an effect on your business and your automation program?
Yes, definitely yes. And I would say that COVID-19 was a really interesting situation. Let me just explain why. We already started many years, so we already do RPA more than 3 years, and we have a bunch of robotized processes. But what changed is I would say the robustness of the processes. So it was very important to have robust, solid processes, also in such I would say, in a critical situation. And of course, so I'm quite sure that for many companies, many corporations, COVID-19, it's really a booster for automation. And I think more that COVID-19 also is also a game changer in thinking. And this means that before COVID-19, some colleagues or some people said, I don't want to robotize it because it's an important process. Yeah, I want to do it by humans. So part of it, I want to do it by humans. And now it's really changed, and many colleagues, many people are saying, I want to robotize it to bring more stability and to build more robust processes, to bring more robust, I would say, setup in the overall business process.
Did you implement any automations to help you, either people transitioning the way they're working, or to deal with any specific COVID-related, work?
Yeah. So in COVID-19, it was interesting what we offered, that we support in a cross-functional team all the colleagues with bots. Yeah, we support all the departments, different departments where they have some need for support. In case of repetitive tasks, we can do co-development and build the robots together. And it was very interesting because during COVID-19, the lockdown phase, we built 2 bots. And these bots made some repetitive tasks. They recorded some personal data, some vehicle information, and they also some insurance information in our core system, yeah, from some car dealerships. And it was very interesting because during COVID-19, not just the people, but also the vehicles, or large part of the vehicles were locked down. So the new car registration, it was just stopped. And what happened after COVID-19, it was in Switzerland, the 13th of May, all the registration were on the market. So all the registration would have to do at once. And if you register a new car, you want to have also an insurance. So we received many inquiries, many insurance requests, and we have to proceed it. And this is very important. If you have a stable organization, if you have I would say just humans in your organization, then it's okay on the run. But if you have extreme situations like a COVID, and you receive not, I would say, 100 inquiries a day, but 2,000, then you cannot scale the humans. You can just scale the bots. And it is very important that you have really a scalable and more flexible organization. And this is what we did with robots. So we said, okay, how many robots are you needing for? The process stays the same. So we can use the bots more efficient, and we can scale it. Yeah, and this is very important that with these bots, so these large robotized processes with different bots, we were able to really react on this special situation, and to deliver the same or even a better service to our customers. So it's very important that you have real scalable infrastructure, scalable not just infrastructure but also processes in the business.
Oh, that's really good to hear. We've learned that many consider speed to be incredibly important now more than ever. Are you finding that to be the case at Allianz?
I would say speed is a general, a crucial thing. Yeah, you have to be fast. You have to react fast, not just in an extreme situation, but also in a normal daily business. You do not have so much time. So if you have some changes in business, you have to react, and very fast. So speed is definitely crucial, and it's very important.
What are some examples of building more resiliency into the business through automation?
One part is really scalability. How you can scale your organization, how you can react on business. And another part is, it was also speed mentioned, but also flexibility. So if you have new business partners, you do not have the time, many years to deliver an interface. You have to react much faster. So you have 2 possibilities. You can build this interface faster, one possibility, or you can use bots. Yeah. And in case of bots, the question is, okay, the bots as I would say as a unit, it's highly scalable. So you can start to robotize processes, I would say, on an immediate base, new bots, use bots, which gives you a high flexibility. And what is also important, the change in business. So what you offer to your customers, how fast can you proceed different jobs or different processes? It's really crucial, and it's really important. How fast can you react to an inquiry from your customer? How fast can you, I would say, proceed a claim? So if you receive a negative email from your customer and you react just in, I would say, 2 or 3 days, it can be that you will have a churn problem, and a cancellation problem. But if you can react within 2 hours, then you have a much better customer experience. And the question is, okay, how do you use the technology? How do you use your automation? How can you improve your processes that you have a much better reaction time and a much better customer experience?
What is the importance of the C-suite and boards caring about automation now? Why is that important?
So it's what I already mentioned as a scalability. So how I would say resilient, or how fast can your organization react on changes? And this is one part why it's definitely a C-level topic. The other part is how do you use your resources? So you have great people in your organization, and let's take, okay, they are working on average, I would say 8 to 10 hours a day. But if they, from these 10 hours, they spend their time on time-consuming tasks, repetitive tasks, then you have to make some changes in the process. You have to make some changes in the business processes, that they have more time, more resource for real value-adding tasks. Where they can really make some thoughts about the organization or the development or about customers, but not focusing on this repetitive task. So that you give more time for value-adding tasks.
How do you decide what to automate? How do you pick the processes? What does that look like?
The best processes for automation are mainly pain-driven. So the best thing is to talk with your employees, to talk with your colleagues. What is your problem? They will say to you. They will say it very directly. Yeah, I hate this task. So it's very easy. Or we have some repetitive rule-based tasks. And if they understand what robotics is about, then you can really support them with parts. So I would say it's more a pull approach. So in our case, the colleagues really coming with ideas because they understand, okay, what is RPA all about? How can they use it? What is the benefit? And it's very important to. You can also push and use different technologies. You will find some good cases, but really the amazing, the greatest cases where you have the largest impact. These cases are always coming from your colleagues, from your direct employees who really understand the process. They understand the business and they understand the challenges in this business.
What's your strategy for getting that crowdsourced knowledge?
It's important that I would just go a step back. Yeah, it's important that your colleagues really understand what is RPA all about. And you cannot explain it in one town hall meeting in a year. Yeah. It's not enough. You have to communicate really on a continuous basis to explain, okay, what is RPA? How can you use RPA? What are the benefits? What should you learn? What can you do? What can you automate? What are the challenges? All these things. And what we did, we integrated 2 RPA courses in our official education program with HR. And it's open to all the employees. And now we are not talking about it, everybody will be a developer, but we are talking about it, everybody will understand what robotics is all about. And this is also a change in mindset, that they really understand, okay, how can I use it? And now it's more the issue that they have great ideas, and the question is, okay, how can you automate so much? And but you can. So I can promise you. And this is also very important to really not just inform in the town hall, but make an education program where the people can really talk about what is RPA all about. Are they afraid? Are they worried about something? Do they have some concern? And how can RPA really support them? This is the most important part of the knowledge management of this education program.
Let me ask you, when you do it successfully like you have, I'm sure then you have a lot of ideas and you have to then weigh the merit of one idea versus another idea. There's only so many resources you have to actually go and build these things. How do you make that decision? How do you decide which ones are the ones that you're going to actually build?
Pain. What is the largest benefit?
Pain. Okay.
Where do you have impact? It's quite easy. If I have a bot which has a huge impact on an overall organization and overall business, then we will prioritize this bot higher than a bot which is I would say a minor, smaller impact. So impact, really the impact of the bot on the daily job, on the work of the employees, and on the productivity of the overall organization.
Daniel, do you have a center of excellence, a centralized center of excellence?
No, we have a hybrid model. I just explain you what is a hybrid model about. Yeah, we have decentralized development and maintenance of the bots. It means that the entities who have the processes in operation, in product, and in distribution, they build their own bots. And this is one very simple reason. They understand the processes at best. So they know what is the challenge. They know how they have to maintain. They know what are the business interdependencies. How should they build the good bots and resilient bots. And for this reason, it's everything decentralized. But why it's hybrid and not fully decentralized? Because we have also a cross-functional team, and it's center of excellence, and it's very cross-functional through all the entities. And this team is responsible for knowledge management, governance, and also tracking of the benefits, how our bots are working, performing in the organization, and also the overall collaboration, because it's very important if you have decentralized or development and maintenance, that you collaborate with the entities and work together and share your experience and share best practice.
One level deeper into that is the actual employees. So do you have a citizen development program? How do you involve employees in automation? Does everyone get a robot, or do they get to build robots? What's the employee role in all this?
The employee role actually is to really understand the technology. And not just the technology, also the impact of the technology on the daily work. Yeah, it's important that the people understand repetitive rule-based tasks can proceed more efficient, faster, more stable with bots, than manually. And this is a change in mindset. Yeah, this is also a cultural change, and for this reason we have these education programs. And the next step is the next level where you say, okay, how can you involve? How can you bring your employees more into automation? And the best thing is to build great bots. So really to build up standing, to show them that the bots can really help them in the daily work. The bots can really make the task much more efficient and much faster than they did previously manually.
Could you share a little bit about sort of what steps you took to get started down the path once you were committed?
Yeah, so I think if some corporations are thinking about RPA, the most important thing, and it sounds so obvious, if you want to start it, you have to start it. Yeah, and the first thing is to start. Yeah, to really make. Because this is I would say the biggest challenge in some of the organizations. They make some great ideas and how should we do this, and they talk a lot about, and then they make great studies, but they didn't start it. Yeah, build a bot, bring on a street, build a bot and bring in power. So this is the most important thing, because everybody. Yeah, all the large corporations, mid corporations are already using RPA. So you have to be more efficient. You have to have a better reaction time. You have to increase your productivity. This is the first thing for it to start. The next thing, what I would recommend, try to break the silos. And let me just explain what I mean. If you want to robotize, you don't want to robotize just in tiny pieces of your organization. Yeah, you don't want to robotize just in given departments. Yeah, Well, I say, okay, you have 10 bots in 5 different departments, great. But what about the rest 40 or 50 departments? So what you want is really robot in your organization. You want to have a robotized enterprise. You want to have a strong collaboration of digital workforces through the organization end to end. This is what you want. You will have different areas, different departments. You will have different bots with different roles, but you have to focus on the full cooperation. You start with small processes. Yeah, that's right. But you have to think in larger picture, and you have to think in a real big picture. Okay, how can you leverage and then bring in this technology, and the impact of this technology is very, very important in the organization and integrate it. And my third recommendation is really upskilling. So there are some, I would say, how should I say, some shortcuts. Yeah, you can try to build some bots with some other resources, but at the end of the day, it's an upskilling of your organization. Your people, your organization have to learn RPA. They have to understand what does it mean. They have to trust the bots. It's a crucial part. Yeah. So without trust, your colleagues will not use it. And
Right.
to build up trust, you have to make education.
Given your experience, what advice would you give someone just starting out? What is the thing you learned that you wish someone had told you to look out for or be prepared for before you got started? What can you do to help people in their journey?
Yeah. So what I would recommend, one of the things would be really start. Build a bot. Yeah. Build a bot and then start it. This would be my first recommendation, because it's a different thing to build a solid, rock solid, robust bot than just talking about. So if you see a bot working and working not just 2 times, 3 times, but 5,000 times, it's an amazing feeling. Yeah. This is the first thing what I really want to recommend. So I would say put your PowerPoint on the side, because nobody builds bots in PowerPoint. Yeah. And build bots. Yeah. This is my only recommendation, and the rest, all the governance, data privacy, GDPR, all the infrastructure, tracking, orchestrator topics, the robots, and all the technical parts, it's coming. Don't worry about it. You can really solve it, but you have to really do the first step, and the first step is really do the work.
That's great advice.
It really is. You're right.
It's quite simple.
Yeah.
But not easy, maybe.
No, as I started in 2017, I just received a laptop, and then my colleague said to me, "Daniel, please build a bot." And in 2017, beginning of 2017, there was no academy. Yeah, academy came in mid end 2017. So
Right.
I had really no clue how I build a bot, but you can build it. Yeah, so I can assure you can do this, but you have to do this. Yeah.
So how do you measure success of your automation program?
I would say how I measure personally. Yeah, great stories. This is how you can best measure your success. Not the time. Time is something else. Yeah, time is a quantitative KPI. You measure time. It's not a question, but success. It's about impact on the humans, impact on the organization. Yeah. If you have really a bot which is writing 10,000 emails to your customers on rule-based with more than 75 decisions, amazing. Yeah. How can you support your employees? Where your employees are coming to you and say, "Hey Daniel, because of your bot, I can focus more on project E or project B." Amazing. You have impact with your bot. You made their working conditions better and improved, and also parallel the productivity in the organization, and it's huge impact. So I would say really impact and great stories. This is how I measure success.
You just, I love your take on
Yeah.
on UiPath, on robotic, on, you know, RPA, and, you know, it seems so natural when you talk about it.
You know, what's very, very important, what I always say to my colleagues, humans make it happen.
Yeah.
If you have a bot, you bring in your IDs. Yeah. It's not just about a process. And in most of the cases, you do not robotize a process as it is. You robotize a much better process. You have a much larger impact, and this is very important. In all of the cases, if we build a bot, I always ask my colleagues, "What is your motivation?" And then why do you want to have a bot? So you lived also until now without a bot. So why do you want to have a bot? And I call it always me inside, and I say, yeah, you know, if you have a bot, we increase the productivity. And yeah, that's amazing. That's a great thing. That's a good thing. But what is your personal private motivation? And you know, then you get the stories. And one of the amazing stories when one of my colleagues said to me, yeah, Daniel, if you build this bot, then on the 25th of December, Christmas time, I can spend with my family. I don't have to come in the office and start it manually. So if you build it, I can spend my Christmas at home because it's a preparation for the annual closure. And it was amazing. You know, it's amazing. Yeah. Then it's become more emotional. Or we said, okay, the colleague said to us, if you build a bot, I can work on project E or B much more. And said, okay, the goal of this robotization, that we build a bot for you, that you can work on this other project. And the buy-in from the employees is much, much higher if they really understand their personal benefit and their personal impact on the robotization.
There was a report by Forrester that came out a couple of weeks ago that said the COVID-19 crisis will accelerate enterprise automation plans. And in that, they said specifically, one of the lasting legacies of the pandemic will be a renewed focus on automation. Do you agree with that?
Yes, definitely.
Why do you think that the pandemic is going to put more focus on automation?
You know, scalability. How can you react to an extreme situation? How can you react fast on, I would say, non-prepared or unprepared situations? Nobody can plan it, and this is very important. That you reaction time. It's much shorter, and change in business. So how is your business model changing? How fast should you react? And I just take it. It's not insurance, but if you just take all the aviation companies, if you have cancellation, how fast can you react? Yeah, and you receive normally a cancellation 100 in a day or 1,000 in a day, but not 1 million a day. And this is the question. Okay, how scalable is your organization? It's definitely, yeah.
So Forrester also says business and technology leaders will continue to invest in emerging intelligent automation technologies to increase the resiliency and adaptiveness of the business. Do you think automation increases business resiliency, and how so?
So automation and also full digitalization increases the resiliency of the business, and it's about resiliency, and then to, I would say, take out the fragility from your business processes. Because if you automate it, if you have solid processes, if you have scalable processes, you can react it and you can scale all these processes. So I'm fully agree with the statement from Forrester.
Same report. Forrester predicts that automation will become, and already has become, a boardroom imperative. Why should automation be a boardroom imperative?
I think automation is a boardroom topic because it's about your business. So it's pretty about your future. how fast can you react on the different situations. And it's not about that you launch a new product or a different product. Reaction time. And the reaction time, what I mentioned already in the previous questions, it's also about customer experience. So if you have better processes, if you have more automated processes, you have a much better reaction time and you have a much better customer experience in your corporation.
How do you think automation can drive cultural change?
I think in some cases the people are talking about humans versus robots, but it's a wrong comparison. It's always human with a bot against the bot, and then it's always the human with the bot. This is a change in mindset. This is it is a cultural change. Now, some generations are talking about Wall-E as a bot. Some generations are talking about Terminator. But end of the day, it's a support for a human. And it helps them. And it's very, very important that the people understand, okay, how can I use the bot? And for this, they have to better understand the technology and the impact of the technology.
How is automation helping you drive a competitive advantage in your company?
Oh, different ways. So we have much better reaction time than our competitors. Customer experience. Yeah, it's always about customer experience. How fast are you? How fast can you react? And also, what is, I would say, the what kind of a feeling can you give to your customer? And then it becomes a competitive advantage if you can say, okay, we can register your car within 1 day. It's an amazing feeling. Yeah. You get your insurance contract within few hours or within 1 day. It's amazing. It's a great feeling, and it's all about.
Well, Daniel, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's really a pleasure meeting you, and a great privilege to learn about how you're using our technology at Allianz.
Yeah. I have many more great stories. So it's just with Christmas, this was just one. But if you hear a colleague, if I could do this, then I have much more time for other tasks. And so it's like, okay, amazing, do it, go for it, make it happen. and this is why it's very, very important, because if some colleagues hear robots, they connect it with fear, and it's a biggest problem, because if you have fear, you cannot move. Yeah.
Right.
Because the fear blocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you also in a personal life, if you get fear, you cannot move. And the first thing is you have to move. Yeah. And then it's fear, it's away. You have to do this. You have to try it. And this was very important. So in education, we on the first day, on afternoon, we build a bot from zero. And it's very important. Just do it. Just do it. Try it. You will see the impact, and then you will see how can you use it. And it's really a really great thing.
Yeah, that unknown, right? It's the fear of the unknown is prevalent here. So like you said, get people using it. Right. They really start to understand what it can do.
All right.
Well, I think
we've kept you a little past, so a lot past.
Easy.
Thank you. Thanks so much.